see an ancient fall? Yeah, that stuff. Don't frankly come over there.
Or are they?
Oke, live streaming sekarang.
Once again. Consider the possibility.
Welcome to my channel.
If
Main santai guys.
can one ever be sure? Like those odds, do you? Hold me to this. Once again.
Oh shit.
Endlessly. It is all. So it goes. As if.
Lag banget gua ih.
Oh, imagine the outcome. This is all very well. I cast the
Oh shit.
The top tower is under attack. Troops are You'll be fine. The top tower don't fall. I'll wait till
Endlessly. Once again. This is all.
Yeah.
the bottom tower is under attack.
Anjir kuat banget.
Cir.
Maksud BB-nya udah kayak gitu.
Pretty mad at you, ain't you? One of my good stretches. Pretty good move, if you ask me.
Ay, po.
Maybe bottom tower's gone.
I describe a bright future. That is one possible course. Is that wise? And what if I don't? So many paths to time is
Gua gak usah nyerang, Fer.
Middle barracks are under attack. Middle barracks has fallen.
Can one ever be sure?
Barracks has fallen. Killing spree.
Dak.
Bottom barracks has fallen. That glowy thing's probably next. Look, the enemy's attacking your middle tower. Not be in there. Your middle tower is wicked sick. Your rage is under attack.
Cepat banget kalah. 14 menit doang aja.
Gak bisa deh gue pakai void.
Skeleton.
Lain deh.
Belum mulai pertandingan. Lagi lah.
Ayo.
Jam berapa sih? Udah mau jam 1.
Tapi 8 menit lagi, Fer.
Ya. Hmm? 8 menit lagi. Sama bot. Apa gue ya?
Masuk kan lu, Fer?
Masuk gue.
Susah lu buat lu. Jangan salah. Kita harus combo ini, Fer. Trusty Viper dah. Gua kalau udah tahu satu jago banget slap. Tapi di sini gembel banget.
Si kapten main Black Cross apa tuh, main apa tuh Black Cross?
Kapten ya?
Iya. Terakhir siapa nih mereka? DK apa Viper? Biasanya
Lu
semua.
dapet, Fer?
Iyalah, beli lah gua, bukan dapet.
Magnusnya ANJAY. Anjay.
Di apa? IS dan beli IS. Jauh banget, baru 7.000 startnya.
Seconds to battle.
Magnusnya kayak lihat kayak musuhnya si One Piece yang gajah tuh, siapa tuh? Si Jack ya, Jack. Bentar.
Ya Allah.
Ya lo mati lo.
Horn calls to horn, and it begins.
Iya.
First blood.
Mati. Ya Viper, mas mati lah Viper.
I am under attack. They cannot. I'll crush them on the floor. Horn grows sharper. Stand aside. Ha! At last. Had your chance. Point taken. Yes. Thunder approves. Taste all my power. Fight. Yes. I approve.
Ronnya di mana? Ronnya di sini.
Make way. Yes. I am under attack. I dream of my home. I shall find it. Charge! Ground shut. Stand aside. They can move. This. Point this. Ah, yes.
Your top tower is under attack. What kind of skipper are you?
Look who's talking! The thunder of hooves. Ah, tonight. Stand aside. Victory. Attack.
Run.
Ground shudders. Point taken. Fountain which matriarch will prize. This. Ah, yes.
Aegis of fear.
Yes. They cannot hide. I approve.
Regeneration. I'll take that.
I lead. I shall fight. I dream of my home. Stand aside. Yes. I shall find them. Ah, the thunder of hooves. Why not? I approve. They cannot. Missing middle. Under my roof, you will find you.
Missing bomb.
spree. Double kill.
Such a hole. They cannot hide. Promising shot.
Missing bottom.
Own it.
Yoi.
Take my pardon and my back. Missing middle. I'll cleave them in twain. Yes. Point taken. I approve. Yes. Our enemy. I shall find them.
Mega kill.
Yang bener.
If we depart, stand aside. I am trampled. The thunder of hooves. Make way. Yes.
Di Bonte. Udah berhenti. Ajar. Kami.
Anjir. Aduh, tahu keren.
Lah, kok dia bisa keluar sih? Creepnya? Oh, kena itu ya tadi. Ravage-nya si itu Dead Hunter.
Yes.
Udah ulti deh.
Stand. Missing bottom seat. Who stands against me? Point taken. Attacks all my power. I approve.
Missing bottom.
They cannot.
Dire fortified their structures?
Duh, pada kesini semua.
Out you go.
TP.
The thunder of hooves.
Kabur.
Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill.
The thunder of hooves. I approve. Yes.
Missing bottom.
Yes. This will do just fine. I shall find them. Stand aside.
Apa ini bareng-bareng lah ya.
Salah.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Did you notice they're attacking your bottom tower? If the beacon goes out,
No match for you.
Monster kill. Double kill.
Udah mulai, Fer.
Udah mulai. Ya udah.
man overboard.
Gua nonton dulu gua.
Lo nonton di mana lo? Langsung Dota apa di mana?
Di ininya, tapi masih nggak bisa nontonnya aja.
Liquid.
Di watch
Oke,
Dotanya
guys.
aja.
Masih nol watching, coy. Hari ini kita live streaming. Liquid
Nggak bisa.
versus Pain.
Liquid's turn to pick.
Udah nih, udah pick nih. Oh, Liquid dengan Viking.
Mereska has arrived.
Yes, wait, bentar. Cek dulu.
5 seconds remaining.
Dark Willow.
Dark Willow nih yang sering di-pick nih.
Dark Willow pasti GS nih pakai. Tengah control. Viking Kuroki lagi mungkin nih.
10 seconds.
Oh, IO Weaver.
Here's the minion pack.
Optic Gaming tuh siapa sih? Cina ya? Optic Gaming Cina apa Korea? Cina ya?
Core-nya,
Korea sih itu ya.
core-nya CNC.
CNC. Pachkat Zai.
Pachkat, core-nya mah Pachkat.
Wow.
Mid-nya 3-3, carry-nya CNC.
Ini ada pertandingan apa? Lu nonton di mana ya?
Nyala ya. Kok ada suara tepuk tangan dah.
Makanya. Ini langsung kayak sini di sana. Mungkin Miracle
iya tuh,
datang
dari
baru
8
datang.
Inggris.
Miracle datang tepuk tangan.
Gue mau ini dulu, gue mau predict doang di
Predict
sini.
doang ya?
Nanti mah nontonnya mah di Liquid. Liquid.
Wikipedia. Ganti judul dulu ah. Ganti judul. Live streamingnya. Live. Live. Gate versus Optic Gaming. Live stream. Gate versus Optic. Lich.
Anjay, Leeds.
Waking the below Lich.
Hadiahnya gila banget, Fer. Juara 1
Iya.
100 M anjay.
100 M, yes.
Pendapatan paling gede pro player kan Kuroki, Fer.
Iya.
Iya, dia sampai berapa triliun gitu. Berapa triliun? Biar 3.700.000 $3,7 dolar.
Gila ya.
Gila, Miracle make WK. Tema tumbaman berarti.
Belum tentu Miracle.
Kalau kata gue, kalau nggak Viper, Razor.
Nah, Miracle pakai Cling ini.
Kling. Iya, Miracle Kling. Karena Matumbaman suka hero ijo dia. Beneran, Fer. Coba aja lihat deh game-game sebelum. Viper, Pugna,
dan ranking bisa jadi Kuroki.
dan kontrol apaan nih? Dan kontrol, wah bisa ini nih. Natur Pro. Lu live, Fer?
Live gua.
Live streaming?
Gua ganti judulnya Liquid versus Optic Gaming. Kak berat juga nih misalnya. Iyo sasaran empuk banget nih iyo nih. Ada Cling. Sadar kali bakalan dipilih. Sadar dipilih nggak? Sadar.
Dia kan buat ngalau Natur Propet nih kayaknya. Ini sama Optic. Lahus kan. Abaddon. Jarang banget gue ngeliat Abaddon.
seconds remaining.
Apa nih men?
Harus yang kuat lagi.
Bounty Hunter nih.
Terlalu tipis Bounty Hunter.
Kalau nggak Bounty Hunter, Bounty Hunter.
Starter nih harusnya starter ya kayaknya.
Iya, starter bisa.
Ya nggak NP buat itu.
Iya kalau nggak end. Oh cuma. Berarti pakai cling sih itu.
Gak paling miracle cling kayaknya. Oh main control. Oh mantap banget.
Iya main control.
WK keren banget baju itu.
Anjir WK-nya gagah bet.
Kayaknya gue punya set
WK
yang
sama
itu.
Sarkana juga keren bener itu.
Iya. WK nggak dikasih Arkana udah
Crimson
nyala-nyala.
ya? Ya, masa dikasih Arkana juga udah mah. Sama kayak Leeds
Iya.
lihat tuh gitu, kayak gitu udah mewah bener.
Tinggal celananya doang ya.
Ulti udah ada itemnya. Dia apa shieldnya kayak.
Oke, selamat bisikan guys.
Lu yang ngomong komentator Fer.
Ah iya, sama gue juga aja.
I think in this series, when PPD comes in and plays against a team that he has studied a lot,
GH
Mana nih predik?
belum keluar.
Prediknya apa nih? Lama bener. Oh di delay dulu. Number of ini avalanche of
in the whole group stage. So a very rare pick that PPD has pulled out for this game. And historically, Abaddon has been swinging between being a position 3 and a position 5 most of the time. There's been phases where
ya alchemist lah.
but this is
Yeah.
very uncharacteristic, and it's something you're probably going to be seeing further on in this tournament, is that these teams know each other so much. They've played so many games in the groups, so they will be trying to next level on the draft.
But this is something too we're expecting to come out from PPD. Like he's not just going to sit there and play Team Liquid's draft, play Team Liquid's game, and Team Liquid are doing. Like, yeah, they've mixed up. We have the Lich pick up for Kuro, like he's been playing the Wraith King as well, so
Okay,
the panel was
guys.
saying it's very dynamic in the way Optic can actually lane everything they've got, but Liquid were looking for the same level of flexibility. You don't want that being behind in the draft feeling at the very beginning, and both teams, like, they'll have to feel pretty comfortable
Number of
with this.
the
And you're thinking
avalanche.
about the logic too, of like, why does the Abaddon pickup really work here? Like, who is it against? Who is it meant to shut down?
I think it's, from what I could tell, the first thing that the panel covered is this 5-man style, but I feel like Abaddon should, in theory, be a really good pick against Dark Willow. I do believe the one problem he has is I think you cannot actually...
Mati GH
It's 3 for Liquid, 1 for Optic.
He should be fine. He can shatter on TP. He's probably going to do it. Yeah. So, good start for Liquid. They get that extra. It's going to cost them a bit of regen there for GH, but they're probably happy with this. So, Abaddon's Aphotic Shield, obviously removing these stuns, is really useful against the Wraith King. It's great against the Dark Willow, who has multiple ways of locking heroes down. But I do believe you cannot actually remove the Terrorize on yourself by activating your ultimate. You can, however, remove it on allies, if I remember correctly.
Of watching that top lane where 33 just gets harassed up by mind control. It's a level 1 searing arrow. The medic has finally arrived at the top lane, so Zaya's come up there to make sure this DK lane is safe. It's going to be secure for 33.
And just looking across these lanes, we were talking about how Optic can be flexible with their lanes, and I wonder which team feels like they got the better deal out of this. So Lich dual lane off lane is a classic. The panel was saying that
Gila main kontrol dapat cosmic ever.
So as far as that goes, that's good for Optic. Tiny against Alchemist is a Tiny favorite lane in the beginning, but Alchemist ultimately will start gaining his farm in the jungle. And then finally in the bottom lane, this Abaddon Weaver lane is actually a really old classic from years back. Gives Weaver that extra bit of tankiness that it's lacking. You send in the Weaver aggressively with Shikuchi, you have that buffer from Aphotic Shield to protect and deal damage. And we'll see how these lanes go for them.
Oh, Matumba's copying a fair chunk of damage.
So is PPD now. Abaddon has 0 armor, and he's playing without a Stout Shield, so that hurts.
At least he'll get a stick now. So actually, there's not that much spam. Maybe from GH cause some problems. But how does Optic actually deal with the mid lane? We've seen Tiny versus Alchemist. I think Sumail was the best example from the group stage where he just followed the Alchemist wherever he goes. Do you want that kind of level of aggression from CCNC? Or is it on the rotation from the side lanes?
Well, what I generally like to say when Alchemist is in the game and it's a core, then it's an Alchemist game. Like, he is the centerpiece of the game for both teams, really. You can't just leave Alchemist completely unattended. So first of all, you want CCNC to aggress in the lane. What Sumail did in the group stage was kind of extreme in terms of aggression, but in the right case, it can be great. Generally, what you do, though, is you bring supports in to try to contest Alchemist's jungle camps. You try to either steal them or kill Alchemist as he is farming them. But we'll see. I feel like CCNC as a player doesn't really have the same super aggressive mindset that Sumail does, however. So I would be surprised to see him starting to dive that tier 2 tower minute 4, like we saw Sumail do against Somnus earlier on.
PPD, they just want to trigger off the shield. Nice now, they're looking for that extra damage. GH has got it, not enough. 10 HP and PPD denies himself on the bottom lane. Does not want to give them that first blood.
Close call.
Real close, probably more.
A little more charged up on that Shadow Realm, and I think GH had him, but he was worried that PPD was going to fog him in the trees on the right, so had to go for the attack there, and PPD with the quick maps.
The other intense lane's been up on top. Mind Control's been trying to harass down both Zai, but his positioning, Zai's been absolutely terrific. Always packs off, lets 33 take a couple of extra hits, and there's a lot of consumables left up on that top lane, so it feels almost null to this harassment damage that Mind Control does. Gets hit by Dual Breath, there's even less power. We're going to have another crackdown on bottom lane. The Bramble's in position.
Mati
will
lah.
catch up on the 2, but GH doing a lot of damage.
Deny lagi anjay.
And 2 on the denial.
Oh, no.
Feels like they got something else. I can't care of the Bramble. There's the Briar Patch. Matumba's able to get the stun off. Weaver still with a decent amount of life thanks to the stick charge from before, but he's so slow. Half a second he needed it. And he had it. Get the Shikuchi off and back underneath the tier 1 tower in relative safety.
It might not look that big, but Pycat coughing that Bramble actually cost him so much regen. He's going to have to send out extra regen. Matumba Man obviously taking advantage of it, getting that Wraithfire Blast out, doing a lot of extra damage.
Kuro rotates in towards the mid, just harassing down CCNC. They'll burn the south and they'll back out, but huge thing as well is like GH just had to walk all the way back to base. It's been the long walk of shame before he can return to the lane.
This rotation from Kuro from top to mid is very natural for him because he wants to check the 4-minute rune, and he just walks in. I'm not sure if he's trying to next level Optic here by pretending he warded. He didn't actually have a ward with him. Usually you do ward for that nighttime in the mid lane, but for now Kuro didn't have it on him. I would imagine it's flying out soon for their courier. As for Optic, nobody actually has a mid ward right now, which should be really important. You want to control these runes when you're Tiny. You want to get this, for example, haste that CCNC has right now. One of the best heroes in the game to get a DD on.
Yeah, instead he wore down a bottom top lane, harassment pretty heavily into Mind Control. He's got the skeleton walk, so backs off. They're looking towards Zai. Kuro, he wants to lend the Frostblast. Got off cooldown right now, pops it onto Zai, but Mind Control is the 5-minute bounty runes as well. Watch the players rotate off. They need to get as much of this as possible. That's why bottom lane, Matumba's already fighting with GH, harassing into Pycat and PPD. They'll pull the entire creep wave along with them. So it'll only be a 2-for-2 trade-off unless Pycat really wants to commit. That's why they shield him up. GH can't fight back. He doesn't have Shadow Realm available through the tree lines. Shikuchi comes off cooldown. GH has to pop the shrine. It's only just come up and they have the damage. This should be the first blood. GH needs to juke it out. Bramble wants to get no more stick charge available. Pycat claims the first blood on what has been a very denied offlane.
And they're going to retreat back and grab this second bounty rune, so it should be a 2-for-2 split, it looks like. And yeah, Optic probably looking pretty fine here right now. They have a relatively big lead in the mid lane in terms of experience. CCNC almost a full level ahead against Miracle. Obviously net worth super inflated, and Alchemist we're talking about. you do imagine that Optic will want to try to counter Miracle relatively soon, and that's a bit of a question mark for me with their draft. Like, who's actually going to go and pressure this Alchemist? Your support duo is a Baden and Io. So your cores, they have some
Bramble, Pycap, Nikan Shikuchi, he's got a couple of stick charges, raindrops will come back up, take
Yes,
one
sir.
off at a time, and then Shikuchi through the trees. Needed to wait as long as he could, so he actually got the charge off. Now GH actually gets hit by the Swarm. That's enough to make him think twice about initiating. And Matumba wants to go in deep. PP is really, really low. Can shield up. There's still 9 stick charges for Matumba. And GH with the attack. He waited perfectly. Exploded. And then hits with the Shadow Realm. And Liquid get on the board.
That they do, and obviously looking across these lanes, it is relatively even right now. So nobody in this game, and this is something about Liquid that I feel like separates them from other teams when you look across their games. All of their players seem to have a really good ability to carry any given game if they're in the position that needs to do it. They don't have, it doesn't have to be Miracle winning the game for them. Some games Mind Control takes over, some games Matumba takes over, and it looks pretty healthy for them in this game because all 3 of their players are in a position where they can be aggressive come the 10 to 15 minute mark. Both the Klink's Wraith King as well as the Alchemist will be online to be able to get some fighting going.
Yeah, especially if Alchemist can find a little bit of time just to go into those side camps. He's already got the double stack to work with. Zai in trouble, trying to retreat back up, so 33 had to land the Dragon Tail stun to stop Mind Control from beating into him, but Zai comes back in again. He's so low on life, 15 HP is still enough to survive. And now move over to claim that Dire Shrine inside the jungle.
Looks like Zai will take it alone. Obviously 33 doesn't want to give up any experience or
gold. He doesn't have Shadow Realm, and he'll be okay.
As the panel pointed out, though, the Swarm is a really nice skill to have against Dark Willow, especially in the, well, at all stages of the game, really, just to be that pestilence, prevent Dark Willow from being as mobile.
Because it still attacks too through Shadow Realm, right?
I do believe so. I mean, it definitely sticks. I do think the attacks go through as well, so you can't blink, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, Dark Willow definitely cannot remove it, and that is a very big deal. I do think the attacks...
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I heard Fogger in the group stage, and he's always a good, reliable source.
Yeah.
But so far, like, even with this early advantage, like, you've got the Alchemist getting a lot of farm in, and he's a 4.8k net worth, that looks great. But Optic still have 3 players contesting that top net worth position, and it's only 1k advantage for Team Liquid, 8 minutes in.
Miracle does look very healthy, though. He got out of this laning stage very well.
Scan-nya mantap.
Had a bit of a hard time in the start, but he has the same CS.
CCNCs can just dive this anyway if he wants to. Zai can tether over. He just needs to find where Miracle is. Sees him in the tree line, but CCNC's haste room wears off at the wrong time for him.
Very good awareness.
Bottom lane, Matumba, not level. Actually, he is level 6, does not level up Reincarnation. He went 3-1.
Gak ngambil itu dia.
So no second life for him.
Yeah, I think even if he had it there, he didn't have the mana. Yeah, nice kill, grabbed for Optic. In the mid lane, CCNC putting some pressure onto Miracle, forcing out that Chemical Rage, so we'll give a short moment of opportunity to maybe try to go for a kill later on.
GH is looking to move up and change the balance of this top lane. Zai may not be ready for it. The Bramble throws down. Zai navigates it absolutely perfectly. CCNC's name with the damage on the Zai will be enough. Mind Control finds the kill as the Clinks with the Searing Arrow. And maybe now retreat with CCNC arriving in the lane. This is not where Liquid want to be, but they've managed to split all 3 ways, and they're back out to safety.
And in the meantime, this is a free mid lane for the Alchemist. Miracle very happy to see this rotation off from the Tiny. He's going to make the most of it, actually claiming half his tower already.
Oh, Zai tries to TP in to take the creep wave off the tower. And CCNC does return, so Alchemist is happy with this, back into jungle farming.
Pycat on Matumba bottom. Bounty runes are about to spawn, so both of them want to be in range to contest. Oh, Pycat misclicked! Oh, he wanted to grab the rune!
Real no. Without that rune, he can't.
Oh, that's a blunder.
Gotta get at it.
That is a blunder. That was 100% unintentional. Wanted to click the Wraith King. Does not have mana for time lapse. And Matumba grabbing a nice free kill for himself there. Those kills are big. It's core on core solo kill. So a lot of gold. He claims all of the kill gold as well as the AoE gold on that one, 355.
And now you're starting to really move up in the world of net worth. 3,000 the advantage for Team Liquid. More space for Matumba on bottom because everyone's gone. The rotation in towards mid to help out CCNC comes up for nothing. In fact, Miracle just farms the lane, then moves back to the jungle. And he's already got himself a double stack in there ready to farm up. This is very problematic for Optic.
This Alchemist last pick is working out very, very well for them. I think I imagine the way Liquid planned this when they went for this last pick was that they looked at, yes, we will be facing a Tiny. However, can they actually invade us very easily? Since none of the supports have significant damage or lockdown, they probably felt like even with a slightly losing lane matchup, Miracle will be free to farm for these next 5 minutes and get a lot of items. Who's going to gank him? Your Dragon Knight going to come over there? Maybe Tiny and Weaver together could combine, but...
They have the opportunity at least because he's going for a straight Radiance build. So that Radiance should be up by the 13-minute mark. Matumba in real trouble on bottom, still doesn't level up that reincarnation. Now he does, he's got the mana available for it, and a pretty damn big army. They slow him down, Kuro will TP in over, Pinecat made his break to the tree line, and they've got help. CCNC is in the neighborhood, and now with the Kuro Lich ulti bounces up to PPD. He will die as well. It reaches far enough, and with a Curse Crown, CCNC's having a hard time getting away from Matumba. Just slowed up, GH can no longer help. Pinecat was too much on him, so he should
salah dapat.
He jukes it out, goes to the right side. Pinecat still got another chance because the swarm flies through. It doesn't latch on GH, however, so Ishikuchi's down. There's your Curse Crown. They keep the stun going. Pinecat time lapses off before the damage can arrive, and with the Bedlam out from GH, Pinecat just has Ishikuchi to the other side of the group to safety. Maybe not all the way. Someone wants to hit him a couple of times, but he is in relative safety. Maybe with CC
he's in trouble though.
Avalanche is going to arrive with the toss. Pinecat and PPD. All three combined together.
Aku udah beli dagger dia.
But look at the space. 12 Radiance.
He relocated in behind the tier 2 tower looking for the retreating GH.
Optic into.
Udah radian aja coy.
They just need to up the pace here. They can't keep playing at this pace. Miracle's getting way too much. You see him already showing up with this Radiance. This has got to be... There's also the mental aspect of this, right? You're playing on a big stage, you're playing an important game, and you see a 12-minute Radiance on Alchemists. You need to start game planning now, like, okay, this is a problem. Like, what is our solution? And I think if you just play slow, go for a couple of lane picks here and there, and just let Miracle farm, this game only ends one way. Alchemist has played so many games like this. And you look at the late game counters, which is another thing. Like sometimes, yeah, you can give Alchemist a bit of space. You know, it's all right. We've got some of those late game carries that are really good against Alchemist. And this game is like nobody who's going to kill this guy.
Yeah. If they had that late game edge, then yeah, maybe this would be a better position. They could just continue to do what they're doing, which is hunt everybody else. Zion's in trouble. Just came up for a little bit of a ward mission. And Matumba as well as GH just lock in control. PPD, tether away. Zion wants to survive. The Curse Crown's still going to connect. And Kuro will pop him. Just letting that Chain Frost go, very liberal with it. Matumba's not done. Links forward towards Abaddon, but he's done. Borrowed time is available for Abaddon.
He was hoping to proc that, but just didn't get under the damage threshold of 400, so PPD will have that available. I believe we're looking at a smoke here, I think. They want to go and make a move on the Alchemists.
Exactly what's happening.
They can't keep waiting. They do have a good aggressive ward, so this is the Weaver as well as Tiny combining. You know what, I'm not...
Is this enough?
That's what I'm wondering. He has stick charges, he has strength treads on.
They don't even have a slow, they don't have a control. Like CCNC has it, the Avalanche and toss Miracle. He stuck around long enough to actually come in range of that. But Chemical Rage starts to wear up a GH and Kuro nearby. They're there to support him. PPD caught inside the bramble, but he'll be fine. 33, he's actually hiding in the middle of like the entire lane. As Mind Control and Matumba were looking for a kill on him, but that early Shadow Amulet's going to allow him to survive. And yeah, that wasn't intentional.
I don't think Liquid saw it, but if they did, PPD is a very easy grab right now for 50 seconds. No borrowed time on him.
33's TP down to the bottom lane. Optic want to change the point of attack. They want to try and find Matumba, and man, he flips over the swarm. Pinecat saw him go. They'll create a small little army. But with the Dragon Form 33 arriving on bottom lane, this is now tower taking time. This is going to restrict the map of Team Liquid. But that's why they look for the rebuttal. They've got Clinks, the king of killing tier 1 towers.
Yeah, Mind Control's just having a blast, honestly. He hasn't really had to move much.
He's got a higher net worth than any of the Optic players.
Matumba went for the bounty rune. This is going to cost him.
Pick him up, throw him down. Matumba did not have reincarnation mana. It was off cooldown.
Yeah, he purposefully didn't get enough mana there. He could have sticked to have it, but he didn't want to die twice. So now he at least has his ultimate when he comes alive. He knew he was way out of position there. Getting the bounty rune is still a huge win, though. He is on the Alchemist team, so even sacrificing a core to get a bounty rune or two can be worth it.
33 is using the end of his Dragon Form to try and force in the mid lane, but CCNC attacked up by GH with the Bedlam. He'll go back in towards Roshan. Thinks about the Terrorize, but he's buying time. Alchemist, Concoction, doesn't want it. Actually blinks away before throwing him. That means CCNC. Oh no!
push.
thought GH was going to walk up the ramp.
Go check.
Oops. Mid lane pressure. Acid Spray will slow this down. Fortification going to do the same type of thing. Kuro, the chain frost, it bounces down, and it just continues to work with the catapult against CNC, but he's tanky enough, is he? Not with concoction. Zaya doing the best he can to keep him alive, but now gets caught the Bramble. It caught 2 heroes. Now the TP out from 33. He'll have the time because there's no more stuns available. So Tiny as well as Io will pop, borrowed time. TPD's got it, 2 seconds until shield's up, and he doesn't have that time. Pycat does the best he can to keep the mid lane continuously pushing in towards that tier 1 tower. 68 HP, that's worth a denial.
I love this build from Miracle, by the way. We haven't really talked about this Blink Dagger on Alchemist. You did point out he blinked backwards once. Most of the time when Alchemist has a good start, we see them going for this very snowbally approach where you get the Radiance, then you get your next item such as Manta. But in this case, going for the dagger, realizing, well, I'm actually strong enough to just win fights, so why wait?
33 found the perfect target. GH was just sitting in the tree lines. It's only a level 1 Dragon Tail stun, but it was enough. Pops the Dragon Form and ensures the kill.
And it's at this point you look to Optic and you look at, okay, what's our solution for Alchemist? Can anybody get a Spirit Vessel here? Io has the urn, but looks to be planning for a Glimmer Cape. And the problem that I still see is Liquid will have these tanky cores, Alchemist, Wraith King, and even the Clinks with Death Pact. All of them will have ice armor. In the Optic Gaming lineup, do they have the oomph to get anyone down? Well, maybe now.
They'll try it now. The Observer Ward saw Miracle, and with the Swarm on top of him, Miracle's losing armor real quick. Puts down the Acid Spray, but they bring down the Beast.
Biggest kill on the map. Alchemist is top net worth. He's on the leading team. And these kills are worth so much money. How much did they get for that kill?
537 gold into Zai.
Yeah, they got 1,000 in total, and Miracle lost 400. So that's a 1,500 gold swing, just that one kill. And you want to look for that Alchemist. It's the Diffusal reveal from the Weaver that gets the job done.
GH and Mind Control looking to wrap around the bottom. They don't have Bramble available at the moment, so finding a kill is difficult, and you're fairly certain Zai wants to do a relocate gank onto somebody. But the only place they really have to go is potentially top lane.
Yep. Mid tower's already claimed, bottom is claimed, so Optic needs to find their next objective.
Great avalanche! Mind Control, they're still relocating into the tree lines, actually cancels it. Zai does not want to bring everybody in, and with that Pycat, he can time-lapse. PPD freed him from the GH curse, but then PPD, how many times did he count his way? So unlucky, but he still wants to try and fight it off. He doesn't have the borrowed time available, so PPD will end up falling, but Pycat's the bigger one. Shikuchi up, he still does the he'll get up the hill and far away. So PPD, we know the 5 positions have it hard, but that is just brutal.
That was pretty funny. I think that was 4 bounces in a row where there was 1 or 2 secondary targets it could have hit instead, but kept jumping to him. I mean, in a way, maybe he was happy with it. You know, I'm in on my ulti, so I'm getting healed from it, but the slow stacking is really, really a problem.
Yeah, but he did his job right. He saved the Weaver from Terrorize.
Did the right thing, for sure.
Yeah. Big pickup and a big reason too why you want to have that Abaddon. It's that saving grace. Like we've seen a couple of oracles appearing, but Optic shield makes it very difficult for Liquid just to focus that that target with disables and just pop them. But they're still looking very good, Team Liquid. 9,000 gold advantage. The Manta Style just got completed over on Miracle. Optic Gaming needs to, you said amp up the tempo. It's still, can they amp harder?
Well, I'm looking for Miracle to amp up the GPM. My prediction was 1k plus GPM.
That'll be good.
That still hasn't been done, I think.
No, it hasn't.
We
Around the entire group stage, it hasn't.
He's on the way. 815 GPM on this Alchemist right now. Bounty runes are about to spawn, and Optic in a good position here to claim at least 2 of them.
Mind Control is ready to fight on bottom lane, but Tumbakura, GH, they're all coming in. The bottom tower should be taken. They see 33 over in the tree lines. He'll need a Shadow Blade right now if he's going to survive, and he is invis. They'll reveal him with the dust. PPD's turning around. Aphotic shield gives him a little bit more life to begin with. They gets hit by the Bramble 2 times over, and that's already triggered his borrowed time, so DK will fall. Abaddon will follow through, and Team Liquid Tier 2 tower is gone. And maybe more. Zai solo alive. The Radiance Burn got him. The Acid Spray was ticking it. And Miracle just walks by and gets a drive-by kill onto the Zai.
That Alchemist top.
That's a lot of weight to move from foot to foot.
He makes it look easy, and then he makes it look easy.
And now they're going to go for Roshan 20 minutes in. It's not like Miracle's got enough money already. He's already staring down the barrel of an Assault Cuirass.
Yep. What's the GPM at now? 837, so gone up 20 since we last looked at it. What Optic did manage to do there was at least to grab 3 bounty runes. It's really important against this alchemist to grab these runes. Things could be looking a lot worse right now. They did also get the tower.
Going after Matumberman with this diffuser blade over on the Weaver. Matumberman getting this ulti off is just impossible. So when they can isolate him like this, Optic know they have the kill. The cost is, of course, the Aegis, the Immortal, and it is on Miracle.
And it did seem like Liquid planted him down there as a distraction.
So, mind control, triggers off PPD's ulti again, CCNC's nearby, Avalanche does, he's finally going to try and get rid of Kuro, no he can't, the raindrops protecting Kuro so well, so CCNC, he can't finish the job, he's tiptoeing around the bramble, he wants to go again, blinks off cooldown in 4 seconds time, they don't know Kuro's in the tree lines, but now they know where mind control is, Dragon Tail stuns up from 33, he came under the cover of Invis, Pycast there too, with the Sentry Wars down, there's nowhere for Clinks to really run up to, or is there? He's still got the swarm on him in mind control, he's actually got the distance, he's got the speed. And
no
he's
dust.
away.
Only Sentry's on PPD in that situation, and that doesn't cut it for that kill. And you know what, Toby?
What?
Space for Miracle. He's just farming. He's up to 870.
Let me
keep the tally going.
My space created. Copy paste bind.
Yep, pretty much.
And Miracle has practically got the AC.
Yeah. He's getting really, really big here.
And BKB will be coming in soon for 33. He needs a little bit more time to farm this one up. I don't know if they can really keep up with the other cores, however.
Yeah, Pycat is closing in on his too. I think it's a good approach here. Optic need 2 things. They need BKB so that they can stay alive in the fight against all this magic damage and focus fire. And then they need a solution for Alchemist. These are the 2 things they need.
Pycat staying nearby with the tether, but it will not happen. They have more than enough control through just Matumberman. They didn't even need anything else for that.
Lu nonton yang spektatornya wave pass ya?
Kuro will slow him down the Frost Blast, the Sentry and Observer, and 33, the TP out. Perfect way to play it. There is no more stuns available.
Mana tuh? Ikut jalan-jalan tuh.
Tanked like a boss. Tier 1 towers now going to be brought down. Liquid, they're ready for this push. The Assault Cuirass has just arrived. So, yep, 23 minutes in, 20,000 net worth. Normally it's pretty good when a team can go with that kind of net worth per minute, but having the Alchemist this big, these BKBs will allow Optic to survive, but it will not allow them to kill. And they're TPing over. Tadaya scanning up. Pycat wanted to know it was going to be safe, trying to get into the back lines. As the front lines attack, the swarm is really good. Hits mind control, hits Kuro, and that's why CCNC focus him. Concoction stun into the rear. They're looking for the kill onto Zai, able to claim it. So there goes the medic, and then reincarnation. Wraith King comes back to the world of the living, the Bramble. It won't catch anyone from Optic, neither does it terrorize. 2 huge whiffs, and Optic have an opportunity with these control factors gone and Chemical Rage timing out. Optic will look to turn this. They've already made a nuke down G8. CCNC sacrificing himself to do this. With none of that burst damage, Optic just have to stay inside their base and fight illusions. They can't even fight the real stuff.
And you still have the second life on Miracle in this situation. The Aegis was burnt. Still, that's the kind of fight that
Mind controls a Miracle combo with the rest of Liquid. 5 heroes mid, ready to push.
Holding this without Dragon Knight is really difficult. He's going to have to buy back if they want to try to defend these middle barracks.
Yeah.
They might just be giving them away. Dragon Knight buying back when he's this close to BKB is really, really annoying.
Miracle's hunting for another kill. PPT, is this going to be your 9th death of the game? Technically, it'll be the 11th. 2 of them were on his terms. Miracle, Chemical Rage, he's trying to taunt his way out. There's only got another 2-3 seconds left on it, so he'll run back out through the mid. The tower is gone, so they can attack into the shrines if they want to. It's the toss back. They're getting Miracle in real deep. The drop
he lost edges.
Perfect, and without the Aegis Immortal, with it being timed out, Miracle can be brought down. Matumba's trying to help him out by coming in closer.
Aegisnya was hilang, kasihan
A
banget.
huge kill, 703 gold worth of a kill, and they're charging forward. CCNC with a stun. Wraith King, he's got 21 charges. Does he want to burn it? Does he want to try and come back to the world of the living? Maybe not, because 33 can't even run away. He'll dodge the stun into the Shadow Realm, and he did actually burn the reincarnation. So Mind Control turns around, trying to take the fight. Zai, oh my god, this is not what he wants to be in. And Mind Control, he's got himself a double kill. Miracle opened up.
Beautiful
and just
bait.
brought down Pycat. You thought it was Optic's fight for a moment.
Beautiful bait. He buys back, has the Boots of Travel, comes in. They overcommit on Matumba Man. And with these 2 heroes dead, Weaver has to buy back to try and defend this. And Miracle feels pretty good about buying back here. In case he does die somehow, what are the odds that Optic can get down a lane and actually start dealing structural damage with this map control at this moment in time?
Not a lot, and they still need to have the sustain to come in from Zai, but
Still, again, there's so much in the bank. Liquid have so much leeway because of the huge advantage that they have, and Miracle with a great planned play. They had a lot of time to plan this as well, Liquid. Keep it in mind, that kill on the Wraith King took so long that they could communicate, all right, if they overcommit, I can buy back and come back in.
It's a bait. It's an ultimate bait. It's just the illusion. Now the real team of Team Liquid come through. 33, he did break the smoke almost instantly, thanks to the fact that he was there.
Miracle, you don't have ulti?
But they're jumping over. Miracle, he jumps in close, but then the space created with Terrorite and Chain Frost. All the damage that Team Liquid need to win this fight. Pycat 33, they just don't have the extra teammates. Pycat, he wants this kill, but he can't even claim Miracle. Denied. Pycat into the tree. They'll get the stun out, and Optic, they're all dead. Tribute LD.
It takes some confidence to go in there as Alchemist without ulti. You really need to trust him.
They call it 984. They call it. He's so close to getting it, but it won't happen. The Team Liquid have it. Game 1 against Optic Gaming.
Bener satu doang gua prediction.
Anjir, bener satu doang.
The ticking time bomb that exploded on Optic.
They took so much advantage of that last pick and found a beautiful solution to this game. And something that we've seen from Liquid a lot, how well they play around each other. There's these 2 moments really in the end as well, right? The one is Miracle buys back, comes in, Matumba is baiting. This last fight, Miracle's baiting, Matumba Man comes in. They just play around each other really nicely. I look at this Alchemist, I'm like, you're choosing to take a team fight without Chemical Rage right now?
Yeah.
Didn't matter. They're too far ahead. They're confident, they know what to do.
He was so far ahead of that. And the amount of damage, like Miracle did 21,000 damage in that game. But it's the fact that he almost hit 300 CS, 980 GPM. Like, they killed him a couple of times, but they managed to isolate him. But then everyone else got space. It's like Liquid. It's just so many problems. They have to try and find a problem. Optic, game 2, cannot wait for it.
Alchemist ya. Jangan cash. Paling 15 menit, istirahat berapa menit ya?
Kenapa?
Istirahat berapa menit dia main?
Nggak kedengeran suara lu, Fer.
Istirahatnya sampai berapa menit mereka?
Mereka
Main lagi jam berapa ya?
main lagi.
Turbo apa?
Istirahat 20 menit.
Turbo aja. Lumayan lama. 20 menit mah.
Nggak kedengeran.
Kayak yes, halo.
Halo.
Karena
Nah, main apaan lu?
hah?
Main apaan?
Turbo aja yuk.
Hah?
Turbo.
Ntar dulu dah. Gue mau masak dulu gue. Nggak ada lauk gue.
Ya udah. Puasa.
Ya udah gue masak dulu dah. Ayo.
Live streaming udah. Off dulu ya streamingnya.